Today on the channel, journey with me into the mind of a maniac with New Jack, WWE Mattel Elite Defining Moments, Ringside Collectibles exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Elite unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got something extra special here today. We got the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Defining Moments, first time in the line, New Jack. But for all your New Jack needs at this point, you better hit up Ringside Collectibles. You better use code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. And you know by now we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I never thought we'd see the day we'd get New Jack in a Mattel Elite line, be it a defining moment, be it a Ringside Collectible exclusive. I'm okay with that as long as we get one. I don't care where it's exclusive to, what happens with it. And I think it makes sense for defining moments for Ringside Collectibles, because I don't know if New Jack can be on the shelves, on the Walmart and Target shelves. Can he be, Todd? You don't think so? I don't know either. With the bloody head sculpt, and we'll get into all of that here as well. But I'm very excited for this because I am an old school ECW guy. New Jack, an absolute must from the old ECW days. Would love to have Mustafa to pair up and have the gangsters. Not sure if that's going to be in the window with Mattel. I don't know. But it's really interesting as New Jack never stepped foot in a WWE ring. So this is a little bit unprecedented, but not really if you think about it. I know some people have said that. It's like he never wrestled WWE. How did he get a WWE figure? Well, there's a lot of talent over the years we've got figures from. Not very many. I say a lot, but not very many. But a lot that maybe never stepped foot in WWE. Maybe they were only NWA, whatever it might have been. So there is precedent in the past. However, this is a big deal. A lot of people have wanted New Jack, and if you're like me, you want more ECW talent. This opens the door for some more of that in the future. So I am here for it all day long, and dare I say twice on Sunday, especially with a natural-born killer like this. And New Jack, man, oh man, I like New Jack with the gangsters, but to me personally as a kid, he really went to that next level when he kind of broke off from Mustafa. Many matches with Spike Dudley, the Dudley Boys, of course. It felt like there was a couple of years where it was always just like a mix of Axel and Balls and them. And it was just the plunder mania. I always loved it with New Jack, like a lot of people did when Natural Born Killers was playing. Whenever I hear that music to this day, I think of New Jack every single time. So very cool to get this one. Be very interesting if we ever get any more New Jack figures. It'd be interesting if we get an Ultimate or something. I don't see it, but you never know. Never say never at this point here. But man, I'm excited to dive into this one. And that's what we're going to do right now. And of course, later in this video, we'll do some comparisons along the way. There's some stuff to compare to, so stay tuned for that as well. But there it is, Defining Moments. The usual Defining Moments packaging in this latest incarnation is Ringside Collectible exclusives. Got the branding right there. Always be Brandon. Mattel on the front there. Do we got an age on this? What is going to be the age on New Jack? Is it going to be 18? Is it going to be anything? I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. Maybe on the bottom. No. 14 and up, you 13-year-olds, you can't handle New Jack. Now, I could as a 13-year-old. I didn't have any problems with New Jack. But these days, these 13-year-old kids, they're sissies. Todd, they're sissies. That's what I'm saying. And I have a 13-year-old around here. I guess 14-year-old now. 15, 16. How old are my kids? 30, maybe, I don't know, but 13 and below, you can't handle it. 14 and up, though, welcome to the land of New Jack is what you're welcome for. But looks very good in the packaging. Two heads are better than one. Got some plunder there as well. Got New Jack over here. Can we joke and say it's a mug shot? Is that okay? Can we get that passed? All right, we'll get it passed. Mug shot there for old New Jack. New Jack doing New Jack things over here in a defining moment. And I'm not sure exactly what defining moment this is, but I guess we'll read it and we'll find out. But how about that picture on the back, that bloody head? Never thought Mattel would go so hard. Never thought they'd go so hard with a photo like that one there. But I'm here for it. Looking very cool on the back of the package. Bloody New Jack just rethinking his life a little bit. Why am I doing this again? Is there another job I can do? Maybe not. When thinking of the Mount Rushmore of ECW, one cannot leave out the most dangerous man to ever step foot in the land of extreme, New Jack. Now, that's a stretch. Did Robert write this? That's a stretch, Robert. I don't know. I think if the Mount Rushmore had 8 people on it, I don't know if I'd put New Jack on there. I love New Jack. I was entertained by New Jack. But Mount Rushmore is a special spot. You got the Ravens, the Tommy Dreamers, the Shane Douglases, the Terry Funks. Very difficult to figure out a Mount Rushmore for ECW. But I don't know if I'd even put him in my top 8, maybe not even top 10. But that being said, some of the greatest shows of ECW, he kind of stole the show in a lot of ways. So, I don't know. I'd be interested to hear if New Jack would be on your Mount Rushmore. That's a pretty steep one. Top 4 guys from ECW. I don't know. What? Jimmy Superfly Snuka, that's old Todd. You're an old school ECW guy then, huh? Don Morocco would be on yours as well? Okay. And the Steiner brothers. Oh, yeah. 4 ECW legends on Todd's. But, you know, they were there. They were there. A man with bad intentions running through his mind. New Jack would come to the ring with a shopping cart full of weapons and a game plan to do one thing. Inflict pain on anyone with a lack of common sense to fight the scarred, ultra-violent, balcony diving, original gangsta. No doubt about it. Very cool times, though, man. It's so wild. And now kids these days, they've seen it all on the internet. But, man, if you were around for the heyday of New Jack, you couldn't believe what you were seeing yourself into. New Jack, he's going 187. It's always dangerous, especially on an undercover cop, as we do know as well. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic prison, twist ties for Mattel as usual. New Jack doing New Jack things. Maybe murder. I remember there was always talk like, oh, yeah, he murdered some people. He murdered some people. And I think New Jack was a bounty hunter once upon a time, but he got out of that game real quick because, of course, the greatest bounty hunter of all time, Dog the Bounty Hunter. You've seen the show on A&E back in the day, I'm sure. But can you imagine that superhero team up with New Jack and Dog as bounty hunters? What? That Dog, New Jack wouldn't get along? Oh, come on. We'll all get along at the end of the day. I think if they just sat down for a while, they'd get along just fine, I'm sure. But Dog had a little of that Hulk Hogan in him, as we do know, for a little bit at least. I don't know. Did he make amends? I don't know. These people. Who knows? I don't know. But let's get New Jack out of the package here. We're going to see what all the fuss is about. And let me tell you, there's been fuss for a long time. See you later. Goodbye about New Jack. People fussing in a lot of directions about New Jack over the years. And I'm going to fuss a little bit here today about him as well. Let's start it off. We got the garbage can. Sans lid. Nobody hiding this one. Nice hard garbage can. Sometimes we get rubberier ones, maybe, Todd. I don't know. But we get those, I think maybe from Jack's was the rubbery ones. These are the hard ones here. Ready to go for old New Jack. We got 2 gripping hands out of the package. Then we got 2 fists of New Jack Fury. He's ready for those punches and bunches. Got the taped up fingers. You know what he's up to with those taped up fingers. He's like a young nature boy, Ric Flair. Then we got the kendo stick. I think he borrowed this one from the Sandman back in the locker room or stole it. You never know. Remember the time New Jack beat up JYD? Oh, terrible time. But it is a nice kendo stick right here. Looking very good. Singapore King, kendo stick. Either or for me there. Love to see that. And then we dive into New Jack. Oh, wait a minute. We do got the staple gun. We got a first time in the line. Hopefully not last time in the line. You need to put some copies together. You need to staple some stuff. New Jack is your guy. Who's got the stapler? I got some contracts I need to staple together. New Jack could be with the ready at all times. Bam, just like that. He'd also staple up some guy's forehead. And I remember as a kid just being blown away by the thumbtacks and, of course, the staples and all that of ECW. Wild time once upon a time, but very cool to get a first time in the line accessory. Have to imagine we'll see this again, I would imagine. Very cool to see that. But now we're getting into business here. We're getting into the New Jack business. Let's start with the head sculpt department here. We're going to start with this do-rag over the top. Now, is he a member of the Crips? Was that ever officially announced there? Or is he a Blood, a Crip? Neither. Just a guy that likes to do-rag like my grandpa. He likes to wipe his nose and his brow when he's welding and stuff. That could be the same thing. But he does got the do-rag here in red. Looks like he's up for it. And then, of course, you turn it around. You put that tie in the front. That's just typical New Jack business is what that is. Wasn't his name Jerome? Jerome or something like that? I think it was. But New Jack looking very good. Head sculpt department here. He got the earring going on. 2 eyes, 2 ears, nose, and a mouth. Little mustache action. He's going to mustache you a question, of course. No blade scars on the forehead, though. I was kind of hoping for some deep grooves in the head. We didn't get those with this one here. Very stoic face on New Jack. You know he's an angry guy. But I will say this doesn't really look, it looks like New Jack, but I don't know if I can tell you right off the bat, okay, who is this? Well, I say, I don't know. Who is this? Is it Tito Santana? No, it can't be Tito or Reba, of course, all day long. It's got to be the Repo Man without his mask. That's who it is. Could it be Too Cold Scorpio? I'm not exactly sure, but close enough. Close enough, I would say, for that. The second head, though, all day long, I know who this one is. And is it the same head twice? I think it is. It's the same head sculpt twice, but this one's got blood on it. I'm here for a little bloody figures. We do not get enough bloody figures from Mattel. We just recently got a little bit of blood mixed in for the first time. Seems like the gates have been open here. Now, Jazzwares has given us bloody figures the last few years, 5 years, whatever it's been. What is time once again? But I'm here for this New Jack, getting a little bit of bloody head sculpts here. I don't know anybody that wouldn't display him with this one, but thinking back and thinking about this a little bit, I might have to pick up a second New Jack, because is there a possibility for more New Jacks? I don't know if it's going to happen, and I think it would have to be a Ringside Collectible exclusive, most likely, maybe. Maybe it's worth picking up 2 of these New Jacks so you can display both heads. And then obviously the bandana can go on both heads as well. So you got some options with this New Jack, there's no doubt about it. Now, New Jack going 187 on the shirt. Once again, black shirt, got the fringe all over. He's an original gangsta. Got the ECW logo, got some bullet holes in the back. Just straight up New Jack right here, torn and tattered. And if you want to make your New Jack different, you pop this shirt off, give it a different head, maybe find an aftermarket shirt, maybe make it different that way. Might be something to look into in the future here. New Jack got his tattoos up there and down on his arms. He's got the taped up forearms, taped up fingers. Once again, 2 gripping hands as we talked about earlier. This is just a regular shirt. It's not one of the Velcro shirts either. I should point that out as well. Got the black singlet over the top. Looking good. Is this a Devon Dudley body? He's kind of got some of that Devon feel. Could be. Maybe some reuse from Devon. Of course, Devon and him shared some blood over the years. I think that's a fair assessment. Got the black pants down here. Very baggy in the pants department. Got the black boots as well. Looking interesting. Arms all the way around for us. Bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. Hands back and forth side to side. Head back and forth side to side. Ab crunch. A little loose. Not terrible. We do got the waist articulation. You do got the splits if you need it. Goes up for the big old boot. Double jointed pin knees. Oh, disgusting pin knees. Todd's clapping with his feet over there. He loves the pins. Pins are in, Todd. That's what you're saying. Not around my table here. They aren't. Boot cut, of course. Ankles back, forth, side to side, up and down. Our usual Mattel articulation at this point in time. Would have been cool to get a shopping cart with New Jack as well. You get that shopping cart from Ringside. I think they sell shopping carts. You put this in there and you reel it up to the ring. You throw it up. Looking very, very cool. Makes me want a Spike Dudley figure. He was also involved in a lot of those brawls. The Dudleys, Axel and Balls, even John Cronus, he'd get involved a time or two. Can we get Saturn and Cronus? Can we get the Eliminators? A lot of meat on the bone out there, but this New Jack is very cool and very welcome to the WWE Mattel Elite line here. I don't care if you never worked for the company or not. I'm just happy to get a little New Jack action in the Elite line for my ECW shelf. So there it is, old New Jack defining moments, but we're not done. We got New Jack from Figures Toy Company once upon a time. Rough things going on over here. This is probably 10 years ago, at least 10 years ago or so. I do like the scars on the forehead here, but besides that, the Mattel obviously blows it out of the water. Different skin tone colors between these two as well. But yeah, the FTCs have not held up very well, and some would say they never held up very well, obviously. The hits keep on coming. We got Devon Dudley over here. Now we can get that blood feud going. It is different than this Devon as well. I thought they were maybe the same body. That is not the case here. But we can have him going to town on Devon. It was always great to see the Dudleys versus New Jack and any of his partners over the years. So I'm here for that. And speaking of bloody figures, the greatest bloody figure of all time, the 1 of 100 Terry Funk Jakks Classic Superstar figure. A holy grail if there ever was one. I got a loose copy and a mint on card copy. You know I'm playing all those Terry Funk hits around here. What? Dory Funk Jr. hits? Too soon, Todd McFarlane. Too soon from the couch. My goodness, too soon for the Dory Funk Jr. talk around these parts. The wound is still fresh. Still fresh. But New Jack is fresh out of the package. Fresh out of jail once upon a time as well. But we're here for New Jack. Bring on all the ECW originals. Bring on more New Jack figures. This one plays a lot of hits for me. And if you're watching this, probably you as well. They could improve it a little bit, maybe some different plunder, maybe a new head sculpt, maybe a different shirt. Would love to see more New Jacks in the future. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. I'm not going to hold my breath, but if this is all we get, hey, at least we got representation in the collection. Pick it up while you have a chance. We don't get very many bloody figures, and when they're gone from ringside, they're probably gone forever. So make note of that. Long game beware for New Jack, of course, in the Defining Moments Ringside Collectibles line. But what's your thoughts on this New Jack? Must-have pickup for you? Easy pass, hard pass, long game, no game? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my other YouTube channel. We got 2 YouTube channels every single day with content for you. Check out, of course, Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show. Every Tuesday where podcasts are found, video cast on YouTube. Check out Patreon, check out YouTube channel memberships to support the channel, and check out my book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toymaker Series, featuring New Jack with no new New Jack action as well. Check it out at Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So for New Jack, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?
And when the time